Hi YouTube. It is me again. Yeah, so this is just another video of me just talking, kind of like updating and just chilling basically. So today is Tuesday. It is April 21st. Yes, April 21st. Yesterday was 420 and I don't know about you guys, but I did not partake. Did you? Um, I did not. I had two seltzers. So I was like drinking to celebrate, but I really didn't get crazy with it. I had two drinks and that was literally it. Um, so yeah, I think I might switch to my tripod or like my ring light tripod, but I don't know if I really want to because I kind of want to like just sit facing my computer, and if I'm using that big ass thing, like I can't, maybe I'll set it up like over here so the lighting, and then yeah, hold on. Okay, that lighting helps a little bit. I mean, you don't really need to keep eyes on me for this video because I'm like not doing anything other than talking, but I would say today I'm feeling a lot better. If you watched the last vlog video that I made, I was not doing the best. And I would say I'm doing a little better, so that's good. Now, why am I doing better? Well, I received some good news. I did. I received some good news that really helped me feel how do I explain, like optimistic again. Um, you know, when you're going through tough things in life, it's pretty hard to believe in yourself and your capability, right? And that's the way that I was feeling. I'm like, am I capable? Like, what am I doing? What's going on? Like, you know, I was having like a lot of just like moments questioning myself. I'm no longer feeling that way. I actually feel pretty breezy. I don't know what adjective to use. I feel calmer because, you know, one issue is solved for the moment, so that takes a lot off of me. And yeah, and I think a lot of like my last video, like me just like rambling about shit in my life, I think the moral of the story is that I'm just getting really fed up of doing everything solo, figuring out everything solo, and not really having help or guidance with anything. You know, it's always just me picking myself up off the ground and like starting again, and you know, it just gets pretty fucking exhausting doing that. You know, because I don't have any family who's helping me navigate these things, you know, different life events and things that I'm going through. And I don't have any friends either really helping me. Not to say that I haven't had some friends help me out, like with advice and stuff, but it's mainly been literally me. So, you know, I am just getting pretty exhausted doing that over and over again for myself. And I think I mentioned in my last video that I went on a date, or I was going on a date at that point in time. Well, you guys, I did go on that date. Yes, I did. I did go on the date. I will not be seeing him again. We were just not a good match. Like, in person, well, even when we were talking before, I didn't really feel like a connection or anything, but that's normal because you're just texting with a person, so you're not really going to like know or feel anything. But then, you know, meeting up, so I'll tell you the whole entire story of the date and like everything. So from his pictures matching with him, I was like, okay, he's okay. He's not my normal type to a T, but that doesn't matter. You know, he could be an amazing guy, whatever. So we'll see. So I didn't really have that in mind of like, oh, I'm not gonna like him because he doesn't look a certain way. No. So I get there. I'm on time and I'm waiting for him to arrive. You know, I see he texts me saying that parking is kind of crazy at this restaurant. So I'm like, okay. And I'm being mindful of that. So I park, like I find parking, whatever. Everything's good, right? So I walk over and I'm waiting for him, looking around. I don't really see him, but there's like so many different people, and I'm not gonna lie, standing there, I kind of realized, I'm like, holy shit, there are so many people on this fucking earth. There's so many people on this fucking planet. Like at this restaurant, it was so fucking busy. I have never seen this many people at a restaurant before, at like one restaurant. It was very insane. Like it was overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, it was overwhelming. But yeah, so I'm standing there just waiting. And there's people like also, you know, like waiting, and they're like, oh, are you waiting? Is this the line? And I'm like, go ahead, because I'm fucking waiting for this guy. So I'm starting to get kind of annoyed because why am I over here waiting in the line? Like, where the fuck is this guy? Like, what? As a man, your job should, like, oh my God, I could go, oh, listen, no, because now I'm going to go on a tangent. Like, I have very specific views of what a man is supposed to do and take care of and stuff like that. And one of the things would be, you should be here first at a date. You should be waiting in the line. You should be handling that. If the reservations can be taken at a place, you should call and make the fucking reservations. Because why the fuck are we waiting? It just pisses me off. But anyway, so I'm waiting for this guy. And people are like passing me in line, and I'm trying to like wait for him. And I really just want to be like, hey, we should go somewhere else. It's really fucking busy. Like, what are we doing? Which he should have known that the place was going to be super busy because I'm new to Texas, new to this restaurant, and yeah, so bad start. But I was like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna hold it against him, like, you know, whatever. So anyway, he finally walks up and he's like, oh, Liz, and I'm like, oh, you're, and I say, I'm not gonna say his name on here because should I say his name? His name's Jake. Anyway, first thing that I noticed about him, and he's pretty short. Like, you guys know, I'm 4'11" and a half. I'm 5 foot if you want to round me up, right? And I notice he's kind of short. And what I call short is like, for me, everybody's taller than me because I'm 4'11", 5 foot, right? I can tell by visually, like just visually, I can tell by looking at someone if they're above 5'7". if you're 5'7" or shorter, I can tell. Like, I just know because I'm so short. Like, I'm used to that, you know. Like, if you're 5'7" or lower, I can't exactly tell, like, your height. But if you're 5'7" or higher, I can tell. Like, there's a visual difference, you know, that I can spot from being so short. So, he was not over 5'7". And in his profile, he listed that he was. He definitely wasn't, but I'm like, okay, whatever. That's pretty annoying, but it's okay. And for reference, my exes, all of them have been above 5'7". No, one of them was, I think, exactly 5'7", like 5'7", 5'8". And that's comfortable for me to date. And then the rest were taller than that. So I can tell for sure. But, you know, it's whatever. And I also noticed that and I'm not skinny, so I'm not shaming him or anything, but he was bigger than the pictures that he had on there, which tells me that his pictures were outdated. And that's okay, I guess. You know, my type, I think I've talked about my type. My type is taller, thin. I don't like dad bods. I don't like dad bods or bigger than that. I like thin. Like, think about Tu Hollis. If you guys don't know who Tu Hollis is a musical artist. I'll show you what Tu Hollis looks like. Okay, let me show images of Tu Hollis. Okay. Here is Tu Hollis. Let me flip the camera. This is Tu Hollis. This is Tu Hollis's body. Like, this is the type of guy that I like. He's tall. I think Tu Hollis is like 6'1" or something like that. And he's thin. Except I do like a little less muscle than Tu Hollis. Like, I feel like his muscle is a little too defined. Like, I like a little less muscle definition, but like, yeah, like he had, like, his abs are a little too defined for me. But this is the body type that I like. I mean, Tu Hollis is just really, like, attractive to begin with. He's a young little baby, so it's kind of weird. Like, he's 22. That's a little young for me. But, like, that's the type of body type and everything that I'm into. So anyway, I go into this date not thinking that he looks like Tu Hollis or he has that body type, but I am thinking that his body type is on the thinner side. And it wasn't. So I also, I didn't mention before we get into the date and everything, let's talk about the way my day started. So that that day, I had stayed up super late into that morning. I didn't go to bed until like 7 in the morning because I stayed up streaming and playing Fortnite. I uploaded the Fortnite VOD. You guys did see that. The first one that I uploaded, not the latest one, but the one before that. Yes. That was the same day, technically, that I had the date. So, yeah, I was hungover. Actually, no, I take that back, because I wasn't hungover. I didn't feel hungover. The only thing that I felt was tired. I needed more sleep by the time I woke up. But I had to start thinking about the date and getting ready for that. And also, I started my period that same day. Yes. So literally, I went to bed kind of drunk, woke up tired as fuck and bleeding, and I had a date to go to. So I wasn't in the best mood to begin with. But I just kind of pushed that aside. And then let's fast forward to where I was talking about. So yeah, so visually he appeared different. So I was like, I don't really like that, but okay, sure. So anyway, yeah, the restaurant was super fucking busy, so we ended up going to a different restaurant, and it was an Indian place, and I don't like Indian food. I just don't anymore. Like, I mean, I just wasn't excited to eat Indian food. I just wasn't. But I sucked it up again because I just did. I sucked it up. And yeah, during the date, like the questions that he was asking, I didn't appreciate just because they were very, like I could tell that he was fishing for answers and fishing for answers in the bad way. Like he was looking for specific answers. He was asking me questions to get specific answers. And if I wasn't answering the specific, like the way that he wanted, I could tell that it wasn't going to be a good thing. And I clock that because like I'm very aware of things. I'm very observant. I watch, I listen. And I could tell that it just like was not going to go well. For example, like one of the questions that he asked me is a question that, I mean, you can have an overall idea, right? But I think being specific about this question is pretty naive and stupid. Like it's naive, it's stupid, it's idiotic. But the question was like, how much time would you want to spend with a partner each week? Okay, well, this question is hard to answer because for one, what is my partner's schedule? What is my schedule? What commitments do we have weekly? Are we hanging out? Like, are we hanging out with friends or family during the week? Like, it depends, right? Because some weeks you're not going to be able to spend time with your partner. You're just not. Like you are an individual and then your partner is also an individual. So as much as you want to spend time together, they might have other commitments and you also might have other commitments that prevent you from, spending time together. So I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to answer that because it literally depends. But I could tell that me saying it literally depends, like, I don't know. I feel like he didn't like that at all. Like he wanted an answer. And I'm like, okay, well there's 7 days in a week, so maybe 2 or 3 days out of the week. Like I don't know. That was literally how I answered. I didn't even hide that I was annoyed because it just doesn't make sense to ask somebody questions like that. It just doesn't. Like you should be asking me, like, am I in therapy? What do I like to do for fun? What are my favorite hobbies, favorite shows, movies, color, things like that. Just basic questions to get to know someone. But he's over here asking me, how many times do you want to spend time with the person you're dating? Like, calm down, you know? I don't know. But it's good that he was also asking me that because I realized that the type of person that seems to be like very stubborn, and yeah, like I feel like people who ask very specific questions to get a very specific answer are very stubborn, stuck in their way people. So yeah. And we just really didn't have anything in common other than we both like cats. We love cats, and that's it. Oh, and our dads are dead. We lost our dads like at a young age. Other than that, like there was nothing. And he wasn't asking me questions, trying to get to know me deeper. Which was good because overall it just wasn't gonna work. So yeah. And at the end of the date, so the place that we went to, I've never been to a place like this, but it was like you are supposed to validate your parking. And when I got there, I was like, okay, I'll validate it in a second because you guys, I was in pain. I was kind of drugged up on my ibuprofen because my periods are so painful that I am prescribed 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. And I'm supposed to take that on a regular basis when I'm on my period. That way the cramps don't get too bad, because my cramps get to be debilitating, where I'm crying, screaming, throwing up, shitting my brains out, like bleeding profusely. Like that's how bad my periods get. Oh, that's probably really disgusting. My bad. But it's real. It's real. That's how it is for me. So anyway, so yeah, like I was like, oh my God, like I just want to sit down for a second. So I sit down, and once again, I get to the restaurant first and I'm waiting for him to arrive again. And so I get in there, I get us a table because he's not a man and I'm fucking waiting on him. I'll be right back. But yeah, so I just wanted to like chill for a second before I validated parking. And then I ended up forgetting to validate my parking. And me and him were sitting there just talking, and the waiter comes and tells us that we have to leave because they needed our seat. Like we had already paid, and so it kind of made sense. Like we had paid and we were just sitting there still talking, and they were like, oh yeah, we need the table, like you gotta, like, can you go, can you leave? And so we ended up like just walking a little bit, like just up and down the like road, just like talking. It was pretty boring. It's telling me about his work. He's an attorney, but not like an interesting attorney. Kind of like the boring kind. So it was just like telling me about that, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. So, oh, also, like when he did ask me a little bit about my schooling, but not like in depth. And yeah, he seemed very unaware of how normal schooling goes, which is weird because to be an attorney, you get your 4-year degree and then you go to law school. But he seemed very like wrapped up in his own schooling. He was like, oh, well, that degree, like, how does that work? Like, what kind of degree is that? And I'm like, oh, it's a bachelor's degree. And he's like, oh, Okay, blah blah blah. Excuse me. He's like, oh, you'll have to excuse me. I'm just so like, whatever he said. He's just, yeah. So anyway, then, so anyway, back to this story of us walking and talking a little more. Finally we're like, okay, yeah, let's call it, like, we're done. And he's like walking like kind of towards my car with me. And he's like, oh my god, wait, is this your car? I think it has like a boot on it. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? And I look, and my car did have a boot on it. So I had to go get the security guy, which he's not even really security. He's just like parking enforcement or something. And I had to pay to get the boot off my car, which wasn't a big deal for me. It was only $75. Like, big fucking deal. $75. Like, I don't really care. I thought it would be like way more expensive than that, so it didn't bother me at all. And that was it. So yeah, hopefully my next date that I go on goes a lot better than that. Hopefully it's with somebody who is actually interested in me and wants to ask me questions and get to know me on a deeper level. Yeah, and someone who's like very authentic about themselves. Oh, and one thing that like another like annoying thing that we talked about was we were talking about hobbies, and I was telling him like some of my hobbies, and I was telling him about like the main one. I was telling him about Fortnite, how like I'm Diamond 3 in Fortnite. I've been grinding on it and I'm loving it so far. And then he switches the convo around. Instead of like asking me more about like painting and stuff like that, like because I mentioned like, oh, I love painting and stuff, instead of like asking me more questions to go into deeper, you know, conversation about that, he kind of switches it on himself and was telling me about how he like has these hobbies and he wants to do his hobbies with his partner, and like it's very important to him, like he really wants to do hobbies with his partner. And it that also made me think like, okay, what you're telling me is that basically you want a friend to do things with. It doesn't seem like you really want a relationship with me or with anybody else, because you're not going deeper, you're staying superficial, and then you're just reiterating the fact that you have your hobbies and you want to do them with someone. And he mentioned that like a couple, like at least 2 different times throughout the night, like doing hobbies like with the person. And I already spoke about like spending the time with the person. So, and for me, my hobbies, they can be like something that I can do with my partner, but for the most part, they are solo hobbies. Like right now with video games, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite and I play that solo. I don't do duos. I do ranked solo, and I've been grinding that out, and that's how I got to Diamond 3 on my own, you know, solo ranked. So for me, would I be willing to do that with a partner? No. Not right now, because I want to grind solo and see how far I can get. You know, I'm challenging myself in that way. Of course, I would play with my partner, but for right now, no, that's not like in my plan. I don't even play Fortnite with my friends right now because it's something that I'm doing. And my other main hobby is painting. And what I want to do that right now with like the person that I'm dating or friends, no, because painting for me is very therapeutic. I was doing art therapy. Currently I'm not doing art therapy. But painting is also just another way for me to do some therapeutic, healing on my own. So having someone do that with me is not something that I enjoy. I haven't ever enjoyed painting with someone because for me, my process of painting is I put on music, I take a moment to just go within myself, see how I'm feeling, and then put that on the canvas. That's a solo thing. Once again, I'm not saying that I can't do it with someone, but for the most part, no, that's a me thing. But yeah, so that's like another thing that we talked about. Like, I think that guy really just wanted a friend. He just wanted, like, he wants a woman to care about him. He wants to feel that, but I think ultimately he just wants a friend. And I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of the guys and like the encounters, like the dating encounters that I've had over time, not even just recently. Well, I can't say recently because I've only been on this date and one other since moving to Texas, and the last date was like October, I think, or November. I talked about that in the last video, but seems like what these guys are really wanting is just a friend. And it's like, being a friend with your partner is fine, but you have to go deeper, and a lot of people are not willing to go deeper. Because I would have talked about literally everything, all of my trauma and everything. I would have opened up. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed. I would love to talk about me, and we did talk about like my dad a little bit, because he kind of like mentioned that his dad died when he was young. And so then I opened up about my dad and my dad's death and stuff. And he didn't do the same. He did not do the same. He listened, and that was it. And then after I was done talking about it, he didn't open up about his. So that shows me everything. But yeah, you guys, that's it about that date. And let's see. Well, oh yeah, I was gonna be moving in a couple weeks. Turns out I'm not moving. I am staying here. Yeah, so that gives me more time to just focus on like other things. I don't have to worry about moving my stuff right now. I can focus on other things that I need to focus on. So yay. It feels like a win. It does. It feels like a small win. And I will take any win that I can get at this point, okay? Because I was feeling very hopeless. And then that came along, that like, okay, I'm staying here. I'm not moving right now, so I can focus on other things. Yes. Thank God. I haven't streamed in a few days. I actually don't even know how long it's been. I think it's been like 3 days or something like that. I took the weekend off. I normally do not stream on weekends to begin with. But it's Tuesday now. It's Tuesday and there's still no stream, so I might stream tonight, maybe. I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of enjoying not streaming. I do miss making money from streams, okay? I miss getting the kicks and the subs. I miss them. I miss them a lot. I miss making the money, but it has been very nice to just chill, literally. And at night, I've been watching my favorite streamer, Queso. I've been loving Queso streams recently. And that has brought some joy into my life, you guys. It has, because I can look forward to it every night. I know he's gonna go live and it's gonna be enjoyable. He's very entertaining, and as much as I love creating content, I also love consuming content. And I think that's like something that I have been missing, is I've been missing consuming content. I still watch XQC. I am wearing an XQC hoodie right now. That was not planned. But recently I haven't been watching XQC as much. I've been enjoying Queso a little more than XQC. Not even a little more, a lot more. Yeah. It feels really good to just take a break from creating and just consume. You know, just breathe, just relax, rest. I don't have to perform. I don't have to do anything. I can just be one of you. Literally, just be one of you guys. Just be chilling, just watching stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and just listening to me ramble. I don't have any more updates. Like I said, the date was bad. I got some good news, and you know, I'm continuing to fight, you know, my battles. I have one more important thing that I need to take care of. So I hope to do that soon. I hope I get that taken care of soon. But, you know, at least I got one thing out of the way and done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking everything and subscribing and commenting. I try my best to reply to you guys. Keep an eye out on my Instagram, by the way, because I did upload a new post recently. And, well, it was actually on Sunday, so it is recently, just a couple days ago. And I'm trying to stay active on Twitter as well. So if you guys have been over there, please give it a like. Please give my post a like. Please comment if you would like. I would love to reply to you. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Even though my content has been different, you guys are still showing up. The real ones are still showing up, so thank you. It means a lot to me. And it does feel good that I have switched up my content. I am feeling good about it, because now for Kick, I'm doing like more gaming stuff, gaming, chilling, and then I have my Fansly for the adult stuff, and then I have YouTube for my vlogs and my Kick VODs. So that feels good. You know, there's a place for everything. If you guys want something from me, there's a place for it. You just gotta find it. And there are links, okay? I will put it in the description. I've put the links there before. You have to click it, okay? If you don't click it, you're not gonna find it, okay? It's not on me. But thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. Mwah.